Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus, came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So, good afternoon guys. Hope you are doing well today. Today we're going to decode the Philadelphia plane crash. Huge confirmation with everything we've been talking about since the helicopter and the plane collided in DC, and I told you that was all connected to the Philadelphia Eagles and Kobe Bryant and the Super Bowl, and then just 2 days later we get a plane crash in Philadelphia. Absolutely unbelievable. So guys, I have a crazy decode for you today. It's absolutely going to blow your mind, and if we could share this video with everyone we can, it would be very much appreciated. Guys, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I went to bed at 4:30 last night, woke up at 7, and yeah, I'm exhausted. I put a lot of work into this decode, so hopefully you guys enjoy it, and as you're going to see, the numbers are absolutely undeniable. So guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Hey Christy, how you doing? Hey Scotty. Hey Ty. Hey Dougie. Hey Avery. Hey Claudia. Hey Christy. Hey Mike. Hey Ken. Hey Saved by the Precious Blood of Jesus Christ. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey El Paculi, good to see you. So yeah guys, I got all kinds of new information today that was not in the 5-hour live stream last night. Plus, I know it's hard for a lot of people to watch a 5-hour long video, so today's live definitely will not be 5 hours. It'll probably be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And again, it's got so much info that I didn't have last night, and it's just undeniable. Hey Bones, how you doing? Hey Leslie, hey Michelle, hey Walter. Much love everyone. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. Got a lot to talk about. Alright guys, here we go. And guys, please share this everywhere you can. If you have a Twitter, please share this out right now. If you have a Facebook, please share it out right now. Let's get as many people in here as we can. Alright guys, just give me a second to get all set up. One second, just got to play around with the phone stand because last night we went live with the TV, so I had to put it at a little bit of a different angle last night. So let me just get us a good picture here, and then we'll get started. Alright guys, so we're going to be decoding the Philadelphia plane crash that happened last night. And we're going to be connecting this to Kobe Bryant, the Super Bowl, and Theodore Roosevelt. Alright, because this plane crashed near the Roosevelt Mall. So I'm going to show you how it all comes together. Alright, you guys ready? Here we go. Hey Sue, how you doing? Hey Coco, much love to everyone in the chat. And again, please hit that like button when you come in. Alright guys, so here's the headline. Medical transport plane carrying child and mother crashes near Roosevelt Mall in Philadelphia in fiery explosion. The Learjet 55 crashed after departing from Northeast Philadelphia Airport. This article from January 31st. A twin-engine medevac jet carrying a child patient and her mother crashed in a neighborhood in northeast Philadelphia Friday night, causing a fiery explosion, according to authorities and video from the scene. The Learjet 55, with 6 people on board, crashed after departing from Northeast Philadelphia Airport, the Federal Aviation Administration told CNN. The downed Learjet was en route to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. We'll get to that. The FAA said. Gold told CNN the flight planned to stop for refueling at the Springfield Airport before continuing to its final destination of Tijuana, Mexico. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how we got here. Okay, so the first few slides is going to be some background information, alright, to show you how we arrived at this ritual in Philadelphia. Alright guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Okay guys, so we've been talking about Philadelphia and plane crashes ever since January 29th. And what's crazy is on paper, the mid-air collision of the helicopter and the plane that happened in Washington, D.C., that technically had nothing to do with Philadelphia. But I was talking about Philadelphia in every single decode with the helicopter and the plane collision, right? And that's because the plane that crashed into the helicopter in Washington, D.C., it was an American Eagle. Okay? It was an American Eagle, and it was coming from Wichita, Kansas. And we have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. Now, I know Kansas City is in Missouri, right? But still, Kansas, close enough, right? Wichita, Kansas, it's only like 2 hours from Kansas City. And the favorite football team in Wichita, Kansas is the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? So I promise you, it's not a coincidence that we had the plane crash into the helicopter. It was an American Eagle, and it was from Wichita, Kansas. And that's why I've been connecting it to Philadelphia, okay? So, long story short, on January 26, 2025, just a few days ago, the Philadelphia Eagles advanced to the Super Bowl. And they advanced to the Super Bowl on January 26. It was the 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death as they advanced to their 5th Super Bowl appearance. Okay? And notice Kobe Bryant is from Philadelphia. That's the key point here. Kobe Bryant was a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. He's from Philadelphia. Okay? So, the Philadelphia Eagles advanced to the Super Bowl on the anniversary of Kobe's death, who's from Philadelphia. Well, it's way deeper than that. Because the day that they advanced to the Super Bowl, on the anniversary of Kobe's death, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit fuzzy here, but that was the day that the Philadelphia Eagles picked up win number 666 all time, including the regular season and the playoffs. So the Philadelphia Eagles, who are about to play in the Super Bowl, they currently have 666 wins. Now, if they were to lose, not saying they're going to lose, but it would be interesting if they lose in the Super Bowl, their all-time record is going to be 666 and 666. Do we have a problem in the chat? I'll keep my eye on it. But anyways, My point is, the Philadelphia Eagles right now have 666 wins. And they got win number 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death. Why does that matter? Well, besides the fact that Kobe's from Philadelphia, Kobe scored his career high 81 points in game number 666. Hold on. 1 second here, guys. Let me get rid of someone in the chat. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so long story short, the Eagles picked up win number 666 all time on the anniversary of Kobe's death. Kobe from Philadelphia. Kobe scored his career high 81 points in game number 666 of his career. And Kobe died in a helicopter, which equals 666. And then just days after the Eagles picked up win number 666, we had the helicopter crash into the plane in Washington, D.C. Well, what if I told you by picking up win number 666, the Philadelphia Eagles just played the Washington Commanders in the conference championship game? Look at the record of the Washington Commanders. They also have 666 wins right now. The helicopter and the plane collision was in Washington. You can't make this stuff up, guys. So try to wrap your head around what I'm saying. The Eagles pick up win number 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death, leaving the Washington team on 666 wins. Then we had a helicopter crash into a plane in Washington. Helicopter equals 666. Kobe died in a helicopter, and Kobe scored his career high 81 points in game 666. Well, what if I told you before the game was played, on the anniversary of Kobe's death, the Philadelphia Eagles tweeted out this picture of a helicopter? I wish I was making it up, guys. I mean, this is only slide 1, and this is just some background information. This is just building up to what just happened in Philadelphia. I mean, this is crazy. So, again, let me try to wrap this up quickly. On the anniversary of Kobe's death, who's from Philadelphia, the Eagles picked up win 666, left the Washington team on 666 wins. Kobe scored his career high in game 666, died in a helicopter, which equals 666. And then we had a helicopter crash into a plane in Washington just days after this game. And before the game was played on game day, the Philadelphia Eagles share a picture of a helicopter. And then they say, "Go Birds," in all caps. "Go Birds" is a perfect match to Killing and Lucifer. Okay, now don't forget, Kobe also had the 666 workout. The Kobe 666 workout refers to Kobe Bryant's intense training regimen where he would work out for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for 6 months straight. Wow, what a coincidence, right? And then don't forget, the plane was an American Eagle, right? So the Eagle landed, right? Remember, both of these crashes, the one on the 29th and the 31st, were still 666 months after the moon landing, the alleged moon landing, where they said the Eagle has landed, right? See here? The Eagle has landed is famous because it was the phrase spoken by Neil Armstrong on April 20th, 1969. And that was still 666 months ago. The Eagle has landed. And don't forget the full name of NASA. National Aeronautics and Space Administration equals 666. Alright, so that's just slide 1. So let me continue and show you how what happened on the 29th with the helicopter and plane collision was clearly connected to Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bryant's birthday is August 23rd. This happened 159 days after Kobe's birthday. We had the helicopter collision. Look at that, guys. You couldn't script it any better. Helicopter equals 159. Plane and helicopter equals 159. Figure skaters equals 159. And that was a big part of the story, the figure skaters on the plane. So the plane crashed as it was approaching runway 33, and Kobe equals 33. And Kobe wore the number 33 in high school. And back to the Washington Commanders, that game against the Eagles, not only did the Commanders stay on 666 wins all time, but that was also their first conference championship game in 33 years, if you remember. And then we have the crash in Washington, approaching runway 33. And a Black Hawk helicopter went down. There's a movie called Black Hawk Down, which had its first release December 28th. And this Black Hawk helicopter went down 33 days from the anniversary of Black Hawk Down. Also, the word collide equals 33. And we're connecting it to the Super Bowl, all right, which has Kobe's team, the Eagles, and also the Chiefs led by Patrick Mahomes. And it's interesting, the crash happened exactly 33 weeks before Mahomes' birthday. All right, Black Hawk helicopter, 330, collide 33, Kobe 33, runway 33. So a total, we're still talking about the helicopter and the plane crash. A total of 67 people were allegedly killed. 64 from the plane, 3 from the helicopter. That makes 67. Kobe equals 67. Kansas City equals 67. Water equals 67. It crashed into the water. And I'm connecting this to Super Bowl 59. When you write out Super Bowl 59, it's also 67. Like Kobe in Kansas City, 67 people dead, allegedly. The pilots of the airplane were Sam Lilly and Jonathan Campos. Let's start with Sam Lilly. He's got the 135 and the 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant, 135 and 54. And then the other pilot, Jonathan Campos, has the 75, like Kobe is 75, like Army helicopter 75, plane and helicopter 75, and it happened on a day with 75 date numerology. 1 plus 29 plus 20 plus 25 is 75. Now this was a big find, all credit to God, but this was a big find I made yesterday. So they identified the name of the helicopter pilot. The pilot of the helicopter was Andrew Eves, okay? Andrew Eves, the pilot of the helicopter. In Gematria, Andrew Eves equals 1831. That helicopter collision was 1,831 days after Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. Now everybody should be hitting the like button for that one. We got about 40 people that haven't hit the like button yet. I think that one right there deserves a like. This is on top of all the, the 666 stuff. And we're not even into the new stuff. This is all background. And then look at his last name, Eves. Like Eve, like Adam and Eve. Eve, who was tempted by the serpent. And when did this helicopter plane collision happen? It happened on the first day of the snake year. Right? Eve, tempted by the snake. Kobe, the black mamba, the snake, right? So yeah, he's got Eves in the last name, like Eve and the serpent, and the gematria is wild. The helicopter pilot was Andrew Eves, equals 1831. That helicopter crash was 1,831 days after Kobe died in a helicopter. That's undeniable. And we're talking about the snake, right? This happened on the first day of the snake year. It was the 29th day of the year. Potomac equals 29. The snake equals 29. Football equals 29. Mahomes equals 29. Mahomes is 29 years old. The Super Bowl is going to be on 2/9. All right? But my point here, this is connected to the snake. The 29th day of the year, the first day of the snake year, the snake 29, Potomac 29. And Kobe said, when I step on that court, I become that. I am that killer snake, the black mamba. Now, speaking of 29 and black snakes, you remember on Inauguration Day when Donald Trump had the military sword and he was cutting a cake with a plane on it? You see the plane on the cake there, and you see Melania with a black mamba dress. Kind of looks like a black serpent, don't it? See? So what they're telling you, look out for the Snake Day for a plane incident. That's what it's telling me. Black snake, black mamba. He's got a military sword. We had a military helicopter. Sword equals 29, like Trump 29. Potomac 29, the snake 29, on the 29th day of the year. Now, more connections to snakes. The helicopter and plane collision was on the first day of the snake year, and it was 201 days from the anniversary of Snakes on a Plane. 201, big number. Remember, Kobe's helicopter crash kicked off COVID. 201, big number with COVID. Like Event 201, the pandemic simulation, main sponsor William Henry Gates 201. The full name of the Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio 201, lives in Suite 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. The Jesuit Order 201, the Guidestones down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. The first celebrity with COVID, Tom Hanks, he told us when he tested positive for COVID that he was also losing in gin rummy by 201 points. Event 201 held on 10/18, which connects to Obama. And then they had Preparing for Disease X. The newest pandemic simulation was held exactly 201 days from Obama's birthday. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, equals 201. But also, Preparing for Disease X was held exactly 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. So what does that tell you? I believe it was 201 weeks and 1 day. Here, give me 1 second. 201 weeks and 0 days. Let me see if I can pull it up for you real quick. Sorry, my computer's being slow. My goodness. I've never seen that. There it goes. Sorry. Trying to move as quickly as I can, guys. I know your time is valuable. But yeah, I just want to prove to you that the newest pandemic simulation was exactly 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic, and I don't think that's a coincidence. Now, let me see if I can find it. Here you go. Found it. All right, this is the newest pandemic simulation. Preparing for Disease X, right? Held January 17th, 2024. There you go, guys. I just want to prove to you. Look, this is the newest pandemic simulation called Preparing for Disease X. It was held exactly 201 weeks and 0 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. That's insane. Event 201, the other pandemic simulation, main sponsor William Henry Gates 201, the full name of the Pope 201, lives in Suite 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte 201, Ignatius of Loyola 201, that's the founder of the Jesuit Order 201, that old serpent 201, and like I said, not only was it 201 weeks from COVID declared a pandemic, it was also exactly 201 days before Obama's birthday. King of Babylon, Barack Obama 201. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama 201. Event 201 on 10/18. All right, sorry about that, guys. But yes, my point is Kobe and his crash kicked off COVID. Remember, Kobe was buried in Corona del Mar. So very interesting that this helicopter crash has the 201 connection. On the first day of the snake year, 201 days before the movie anniversary Snakes on a Plane, and the crash happened while it was approaching runway 33, which equals 201, like that old serpent 201, another name for the devil, right? That old serpent, the snake. And where do you find that old serpent? You find it in Revelation 12:9, 129, like the date it happened on. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil. And we just left the year of the dragon, and now we're in the year of the serpent. So what a ritual for the first day of the snake year. 129, it's Revelation 12:9, 129, that mentions that old serpent. All right. Also, there were 3 people in the helicopter, which is fitting because the helicopter crash was 3 days after Kobe's death anniversary, who died in a helicopter. The helicopter collision was also 60 months after Kobe died. And that's interesting because in Kobe's last game, he scored 60 points. And there were 60 passengers and 4 crew on the plane, but 60 passengers, and the helicopter was a H-60. And collide equals 60. And figure skaters equals 60. Now also, I want to show you a few more connections to the Eagles before we get started on the new Philadelphia plane crash. Remember, we haven't even got started on that yet. This is all just background information that you need to know. So remember on August 9th, 2024, we got this headline: Trump's plane suffered mechanical issue before landing. That was August 9th, 2024. This plane crash that happened with remember, it was an American Eagle. The plane was an American Eagle. It happened 173 days after we got that headline about Trump's plane suffering mechanical issues. We had the American Eagle hit the helicopter 173 days later, and that's wild because plane crash equals 173. And it was an American Eagle. Look at the Eagles' record right now going into the Super Bowl. They're 17-3 this season. Like plane crash. Hello. And now we have a plane crash in Philadelphia as the Eagles are 17-3. And what if I told you that the plane crash, the plane helicopter crash that happened on January 29th, that was the day leaving 336 days left in the year. Philadelphia Eagles equals 336. And what if I told you Eagles is a perfect match to crash in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers? Crash equals Eagles in 3 ciphers. All right, guys, you ready for the new information? All that was just background. Now for the new information. So when I started the live stream last night, all I knew was there was a plane crash in Philadelphia, and we had been connecting the plane crash that just happened on the 29th. We connected that to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Because that plane was an American Eagle coming from Wichita, Kansas, and the Eagles are going to play the Kansas City Chiefs, which I know Wichita is Kansas and Kansas City is in Missouri, but where was this plane headed last night? Of all the places, the plane was headed to Missouri, as we read earlier. The plane crash in Philadelphia, it was headed to Missouri, guys. Of all the states, think about it, of all the cities in the country, there just happened to be a plane crash in Philadelphia, and of all the states it could be going to, it just happened to be going to Missouri. When I've been connecting the plane crash to the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia team and the Missouri team before this happened, so this is like a huge confirmation, right? So I started out the live with no information other than we had a plane crash in Philadelphia, and I automatically said, guys, this is all connected to the Super Bowl because the Eagles are on 666 wins, right? And what happened? The sixes were off the charts, guys. So if you were watching the live last night, you'll know that they're saying 6 people were on the plane. 6 people were killed on the airplane. Also, 6 people were hospitalized. So 6 people were on the airplane. They all died, allegedly. 6 people were hospitalized. Look at the time of the plane crash. 6:06. The crash happened at 6:06. 6 killed, 6 hospitalized. Well, what if I told you during the live last night, and I have the video for you guys because I love you. I'm going to show you what they said. What if I told you during the live last night, the news said that the crash happened at 6:06 with 6 people on the plane, and there were 6 houses on fire, and 6 cars were on fire, and 6 people were sent to the hospital. As the Eagles are on 666 wins. And no, I am not making that up. I know it sounds like too much to be true. There's no way they would be that bold, right? Well, they were. And I have the video for you, okay? So I'm going to play that for you right now. 1 second. I actually have 4 different videos for you guys today. I think this is it right here. Let's listen closely. See if we can hear them. Here we go.
It's kind of raining out there right now, so they were able to put out those fires. At least 6 homes were on fire around 6:30, and they were these row homes. I don't know how many people were in those homes, but I'm told by fire officials they were able to get those people out and get them to safety. Also, 6 cars were lit on fire, and some of the images,
you hear that?
Pull them up too, but the entire car was burned out. And it's just
you hear that, guys? These people are so bold. I told you when I first started this video 3 hours ago, this was all connected to the number 666. They're saying 6 houses on fire, 6 cars on fire, and 6 people on the plane. You gotta be kidding me.
Details on who was injured. Fox Digital is now telling us 6 patients taken to Temple University Hospital.
Wait.
On their campus there, 3 treated and...
You hear that? 6 people were taken to the hospital? What?
Provided. But one of the things, too, when you talk about that, so they were able to put out those fires at least...
So did you catch all that, guys? Can you believe that? They said the crash was at 6:06 with 6 people on the plane, 6 houses on fire, 6 cars on fire, and 6 people were sent to the hospital. And the Philadelphia Eagles have 666 wins. And they picked up win number 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death, who died in a helicopter, which equals 666. And he scored his career high in game 666. And then they left the Washington Commanders on 666 wins. And then we have a helicopter crash into a plane in D.C. I mean, this is ridiculous. So, everybody please hit the like and the share. I mean, this is... I'm going to play it one more time. Listen closely. And let me know. Can you guys hear it okay? Let me know in the chat. Can you guys hear all those 6s? I got it turned all the way up. But I'll play it one more time for you, okay?
At least 6 homes were on fire around 6:30, and they were these row homes. I don't know how many people were in those homes, but I'm told by fire officials they were able to get those people out and get them to safety. Also, 6 cars were lit on fire, and some of the...
So 6 houses, 6 cars. She said they were on fire around 6:30, right? Like 3 6s, 666.
Images, and
you hear that?
Pull them up too, but the entire car was burned out. And it's just
you hear that, guys? These people are so bold. I told you when I first started this video 3 hours ago, this was all connected to the number 666. They're saying 6 houses on fire, 6 cars on fire, and 6 people on the plane. You gotta be kidding me.
Details on who was injured. Fox Digital is now telling us 6 patients taken to Temple University Hospital.
Wait.
On their campus there, 3 treated and...
You hear that? 6 people were taken to the hospital? What?
Provided with who was on board of this. And then also a large piece of metal, I guess. With...
Is it near the mall?
Whoops. Hold on, I just want to pull that back up for when I do the recap later. I want to have that again. If you're wondering where it's at in the live, it's at 3 hours and 18 minutes into the live last night. So let me just pull it back up, and then we'll move on. Give me 1 second here. It was at 3 hours, 18 minutes. All right, I think that's good right there. Okay, we'll get back to that later. So yeah, can you believe it? It's just too much. The Philadelphia plane crash, as the Philadelphia Eagles, again up here, the Philadelphia Eagles have 666 wins all time. And now we have a plane crash in Philadelphia at 6:06 with 6 on the plane. I mean, you just heard it all. At 6:06, look, here it is right here. At approximately 6:06 p.m. on January 31st, a small plane. That's it. So 6 killed on the plane, 6 hospitalized. The crash was at 6:06, and as you heard, there were 6 houses on fire and 6 cars on fire. 6 people sent to the hospital. And the Eagles have 666 wins. All right, let's start digging deeper. So, when the Eagles picked up win number 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death, they advanced to the Super Bowl by scoring 55 points, right? And what are the odds that the plane that crashed in Philadelphia, it just happened to be a Learjet 55 after the Eagles just scored 55, which is rare to score 55. But of course they did when they picked up win number 666 because Satan equals 55. And shout out to Cozy. She let us know last night, pretty interesting. The music group, the Eagles, they have a song called Old 55. And we're connecting this whole thing to Kobe, right? What if I told you the plane crash in Philadelphia was 5 years and 5 days after Kobe Bryant died? But wait, there's more. We had an eyewitness, Vadim Osipov. His name, 55. And after they made a stop in Missouri, where the Kansas City Chiefs play, the plane was ultimately headed to Tijuana, Mexico, which equals 55. And the mayor let us know that they set up a shelter in the 5500 block of Langdon Street, which just happens to equal 55. So that's a lot to be a coincidence, right? Learjet 55 after the Eagles score 55. We get this crash in Philly, Kobe's hometown, 5 years, 5 days after Kobe died. And the eyewitness, his name's 55. The plane was ultimately headed for Tijuana, Mexico, 55, and they set up a shelter in the 5500 block of Langdon Street, which equals 55. Now, I think I have something else here on the eyewitness, Mr. Vadim. I think I have something to show you. Hold on. Yes, here it is. The eyewitness, Vadim. Look at that. His name's a perfect match to Crash and Eagles in 3 out of the 4. Vadim. So I thought that was interesting too. Guess how long the plane was in the air? The plane was in the air for 41 seconds. Why does that matter? Because Kobe Bryant equals 41, and Kobe died at the age of 41. And this happened by the Roosevelt Mall. Roosevelt equals 41, Super Bowl equals 41. 6 people were on the plane, 6 people equals 41. And 41 is a huge number with Kobe. When Kobe scored his career high, 81 points in game 666, the rest of the team scored 41. In Kobe's last game, He scored 60. The rest of the team scored 41. In Kobe's last game, his last shot was over the guy wearing the number 41 jersey. And when Kobe came off the court for the last time, there was 4.1 seconds left on the clock. In the film The Black Mamba, Kobe starred with Kanye West. During the film, Kobe threw a basketball time bomb at Kanye West's helicopter. The last you see of the basketball time bomb, the countdown is 4.1. And by the way, Kobe died in a helicopter. Now, just in case you don't believe me that the plane was in the air for 41 seconds, I also have that clip for you. I believe it's right here. Let me see. Yeah, this should be it right here, okay? Listen closely. You're going to hear him say 41 seconds.
Weather unit is reporting there was light rain just starting to pick back up after or around the time of the crash this evening. I mean, I don't know, we don't know if weather was in any way a factor, but how long was it in the air for?
The weather could potentially be a factor only because of the fact that the clouds are low, there is light rain and mist that poses a whole nother set of challenges for pilots when it comes to staying oriented and keeping the airplane upright relative to the horizon. I'm just going to look back at the data here, the open source data from ADS-B Exchange. It says that this flight took off at about 6:06 and 21 seconds local time. That's the first return signature from the transponder on the plane, and then the last signature that shows the 11,000-foot descent is at 6:07:02. So if we're going to subtract that, we're talking about 41 seconds in the air.
Did you hear that? 41 seconds in the air.
This seems like this plane...
Did he just say 41 seconds in the air? Guys, Kobe Bryant equals 41. Kobe died at the age of 41. There you go.
Small airports near very urban areas.
All right, I'm just going to leave that there for when we do the recap. So you heard it from his mouth, 41 seconds in the air. Can you believe that? When Kobe Bryant equals 41, Kobe died at the age of 41. All these 41s I just went over with Kobe. Don't forget, Kobe died 41 days from the Pope's birthday. And this happened by the Roosevelt Mall, 41. This is connected to the Super Bowl, which equals 41. 6 people on the plane equals 41. But yeah, the big thing, 41 seconds in the air. Now, how's this for a confirmation? I told you guys when I started that stream last night that the whole thing was connected to the Super Bowl without knowing any details at all. And then we got this big detail. Plane crashes near Roosevelt Mall in Philadelphia. Roosevelt is a perfect match to Super Bowl in every cipher. How is that a coincidence on top of all the other Super Bowl connections? And notice how Roosevelt equals 131, and this happened on January 31st, right? 131. So you got the date in there, and it's a perfect match to Super Bowl. Private business jet crashes near Philadelphia Mall in high traffic area. See how they highlight high traffic? That's because high traffic equals Kobe Bryant. High traffic 58, Kobe Bryant 58. See how all night they were calling it major incident? See how they highlighted major incident? Well, look at the gematria, guys. Major incident equals Kobe Bean Bryant in 2 ciphers. How about that? Major incident 135.81, Kobe Bean Bryant 135.81. Air ambulance jet with 6 people crashes in Philadelphia, the hometown of Kobe Bean Bryant. Look at this. Air ambulance jet equals Kobe Bean Bryant in multiple ciphers. Air ambulance jet 135.54, Kobe Bean Bryant 135.54. Fly Eagles Fly 135.54. And let's see, do I have that pulled up? Yeah, I got that too. Hold on. Here's Kobe Bryant saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," for you.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
So fly, Eagles, fly. 135 and 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant, like air, ambulance, jet. Now, we're going to bring this all together now with our big connection to Theodore Roosevelt, because this happened near the Roosevelt Mall, which is named after Theodore Roosevelt. So, the headline: Air, ambulance, jet with 6 people crashes in Philadelphia, the hometown of Kobe Bean Bryant, right? And this was near the Roosevelt Mall, named after Theodore Roosevelt. Well, what if I told you this all went down? Look at the birthday of Theodore Roosevelt, October 27th. This all went down 13 weeks and 5 days after Roosevelt's birthday. 13 weeks, 5 days, kind of like 135, right? Like Kobe Bean Bryant, like air, ambulance, jet, like they called it major incident, like fly, Eagles, fly. They're all 135. This happened 13 weeks, 5 days after Roosevelt's birthday at the Roosevelt Mall. And guess what? It also happened 270 days before Roosevelt's birthday. Air, ambulance, jet equals 270 in reverse. Not including the end date, this happened 96 days after Roosevelt's birthday. His name is Theodore Roosevelt Jr., which equals 96. And if you include the end date, you could say this happened 97 days after Roosevelt's birthday. And look, plane crash equals 97. So literally the perfect scenario for the 96 and the 97. Undeniable. Now, what if I told you Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president, and this happened near the Roosevelt Mall, a medevac Learjet? How about that? All in the same cipher: medevac 26, Learjet 26, Bryant 26, like Kobe Bryant, and Roosevelt, the 26th president. Roosevelt Mall. So the little girl on the plane, the medevac plane, after they made a stop in Missouri, the home of the Chiefs, they were headed to Mexico. So there's your 33 for this one. Remember, with the helicopter collision, it was runway 33. Now we have Mexico 33. Like Kobe equals 33, who wore the number 33 in high school, and Masonry 33, the highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. Now let me show you how this connects to the governor of Pennsylvania. Big Super Bowl connection with him. Some interesting observations. Again, I have no idea who's going to win. Just interesting observations. So we heard last night from the governor, Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania. And I just want to point out that his birthday is June 20th. So the Super Bowl is going to be 131 days before Shapiro's birthday. In Gematria, Super Bowl is 131. Roosevelt is 131. The Super Bowl is going to be 234 days after Shapiro's birthday. Patrick LeVon Mahomes II is 234. The Super Bowl is going to be 33 weeks and 3 days after Shapiro's birthday. Patrick LeVon Mahomes II is 333, and he's the governor of Pennsylvania. Well, look at that. Pennsylvania is 172 and 64, like Kansas City Chiefs is 172 and 64. And don't forget, on the airplane, there were 64 people, right? The one that happened with the helicopter, not the one in Philadelphia. But yeah, don't forget, there were 64 on the airplane. 60 crew and, 60 passengers and 4 crew. Okay? Now, what if I told you we're making all these connections with the Super Bowl to the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro? What if I told you the governor was born in Kansas City, Missouri? Drop the mic. How about that? The governor of Pennsylvania just happens to be born in Kansas City, Missouri. Pretty wild. Now, you want wild? I got wild for you right here. As many of you know, the biggest number I talk about on my channel is the number 222. And wait till you see what I have for you on the number 222. So the little girl was staying at Shriners Hospital. It says Shriners Hospital releases statement on the 2 passengers. I guess that would be the little girl and her mother who were at Shriners Hospital. So long story short, the first person we heard from in the press conference was the mayor of Philadelphia, Cheryl Parker. The mayor's birthday is September 9th. This event happened 222 days before the mayor's birthday. The little girl was leaving Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. Like order out of chaos, 222. And remember how big the 222 is with COVID, and Kobe's helicopter crash kicked off COVID. And I'm going to show you all the 222s, just give me a second. But how about that? Isn't that wild? This happened 222 days before the mayor's birthday. The little girl was coming from Shriners Hospital, 222. Order out of chaos, 222. Okay, you ready for the next part? And I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. Sheinbaum offers condolences after 6 Mexican nationals killed in Philadelphia plane crash. Guys, everybody on that plane was allegedly from Mexico. The president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo, her birthday is June 24th, which means the plane crash with everybody from Mexico happened 222 days after the president's birthday. And they were leaving Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. Are you kidding me, guys? You guys know 222 is the biggest number I talk about here. You're telling me this happened 222 days before the mayor's birthday and 222 days after the president of Mexico's birthday? Shriners Hospital 222? Wow. And let me remind you how big this number 222 has been. We just had flight 5342 crash. That was the helicopter plane collision. The plane was 5342. When you write that out, it equals 222. And we're connecting this to the Super Bowl, right? Where the Chiefs are playing. And remember, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they won their first Super Bowl together February 2nd, 2020. That was just days after Kobe Bryant died. This is the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID. And remember, 222 was the big number with COVID. Remember, Kobe died just days after the first U.S. case, right? He died in a helicopter, which equals 666, like vaccination equals 666. Like COVID was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020, 666 days after the Cladex pandemic simulation. So, and then Kobe's buried in Corona del Mar. So, Kobe is very connected to COVID, and COVID is all connected to the number 222. So in the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID, right after Kobe's death, Andy Reid picks up career win number 222 as he wins the Super Bowl on February 2nd, 2020. 2/2/2020. And again, this was the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID. Well, that's crazy because COVID was declared a pandemic exactly 222 months after 9/11. And they called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equals 222. And Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. Don't forget the Antichrist, Barack Obama, is 222. The word beast is 222. The beast of Revelation, 222. Antichrist system, 222. And don't forget, The first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days after Trump's birthday while he was president, calls himself the father of the vaccine, and then they just rolled out the Stargate project, which is all about AI vaccines. They rolled that out on the anniversary of the first U.S. case of COVID. They rolled it out 222 days after Trump's birthday. And Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday, and Trump equals 222. And Trump organization equals 222. And Trump's sister died 222 days from her birthday, and Ivana Trump died 222 days from her birthday. And look at the gematria of 222. Wuhan coronavirus, World Economic Forum, Antichrist system. The pandemic simulation was called Event 201, which equals 222. Like mandatory vaccination, like COVID vaccines, 222. So clearly, a pretty important number, right? And again, I'm bringing this up because Andy Reid picked up win number 222 in the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID, right? And that was his first Super Bowl, right? Well, let me get back to that because it's even deeper than that. Because he picked up win number 222 on February 2nd. It was 2/2/2020, right? February 2nd equals 222. And February 2nd, 2020 equals 2220. And J-Lo did the halftime show. J-Lo equals 222. And the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl 222 weeks after the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. Royals, like the crown. Like Corona means crown. And there's a whole bunch more. The one Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes lost, it was to Tom Brady in their home stadium. Okay? The one Super Bowl Mahomes lost, he lost it 222 days before his birthday. When Buccaneers Super Bowl is 222, and that was the year Tom Brady picked up win number 222 as a Buccaneer. That's also the Super Bowl where Brady threw for 201 yards, like Event 201, like the Bucs went to the White House that year on the 201st day of the year. But also, if you think it's a coincidence, Tom Brady came out of retirement 222 days from his birthday. And what if I told you that Patrick Mahomes holds the record? He's actually tied for the record, but he holds the record for the most touchdown passes under the age of 29. The number just happens to be 222 touchdowns. And fun fact, he threw for touchdown number 222 when he picked up win number 76, which is Barack Obama. 76. You got the 76s all over Obama's movie. Now, let's go back to the Super Bowl last year that was won by the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you remember who caught the game winner for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? It was Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., whose birthday is 222 days from Obama's birthday. And I told you last year the Super Bowl would be all about Obama because that was the first Super Bowl after Leave the World Behind. And boy, was it connected to Leave the World Behind in that number 192. Because if you remember the Decode, the guy who caught the game winner, he said he blacked out in Obama's movie Leave the World Behind about a blackout, right? So try to follow along. The guy who caught the game winner in the Super Bowl last year, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. equals 192. Super Bowl 58 equals 192. Usher Raymond IV equals 192. He did halftime. Obama equals 192. The Super Bowl last year was 192 days from Obama's birthday. Leave the World Behind equals 192. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker. Commodus died in the year 192. Great Tribulation equals 192. And now they're saying, there's rumors that Obama could be dating Jennifer Aniston. Remember, Obama's movie had the theme of Friends, right? Jennifer Aniston from Friends, right? Long story short, Jennifer Aniston was born 192 days from Obama's birthday. And we just had the second inauguration of Trump 192 months after Obama's inauguration. So, that's a lot to be a coincidence, but yeah. His birthday, the guy who caught the game winner for the Chiefs, his birthday is 222 days from Obama's birthday. And since we're talking about Kobe and the number 222, this is a very sad ritual, but I still want to share it with you. We got this headline in 2024. Francis Ngannou, he's a UFC fighter. He confirmed the death of his infant son named Kobe. And check out this crazy ritual, guys. Little Kobe died April 27th, 2024. Big Kobe died January 26, 2020. So little Kobe died exactly 222 weeks and 0 days after Kobe Bryant died. And the father of little Kobe is Francis Ngannou, which equals 222. That's pretty sick. So that's just another confirmation that the 222 is connected to Kobe. Okay? And again, you have this crash in Philadelphia, Kobe's hometown, 222 days from the mayor's birthday, 222 days from the president of Mexico's birthday, and everyone on the plane was from Mexico. And I think I have it one more time, yeah. Can you believe that? All the 222s over the years, you know, I've made over 10,000 videos. If you're new here, a lot of them have been about the number 222. I'm on channel number 14, for the record. But wow, I can't even believe it. On top of everything else, you guys know the biggest number I talk about is that number 222. And, you know, the little girl was at Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. And the plane crashed in Philadelphia 222 days before the Philadelphia mayor's birthday. Wow. And 222 days after the president of Mexico's birthday. Unreal. Now, I think I have, I got 2 more videos for you. I think that's it on the numbers, but I have 2 more videos for you. Let me make sure there's no other numbers to talk about. Let me see. All right, now to the videos. And I am going to do a recap. And I know some people don't like the recap, but I love the recap because that way I make sure I got it all out there. Sometimes I think of new things. And also, I want to mention this. Maybe some people don't have time to watch a whole video that's like an hour and a half long, right? So maybe they fast forward to the recap because they know I do a recap every video, right? So for anyone who doesn't like the recap, think about that. Some people don't have time to watch it for an hour and a half, so they go to like the last 30 minutes and there's the recap. So anyways, just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to keep doing the recaps. And I do try to go as quick as I can with the recaps. Okay, let me see. Where are these other videos at? Let's see here. Which one should I start with? Here, let's do the one from Fox News. I think it was at 1 hour, 54 minutes. Let's see what they said. Here we go. All right, listen to what they bring up. After I've been talking about Kobe Bryant, this is 2 hours into my live stream last night. Listen to what they say on Fox News.
More traditional. But it could be something as simple as losing instrumentation and losing maybe lighting on the control panel, because if you can't read your instruments, and he was in the clouds, if you can't read your instruments, it's just like what happened in the JFK Jr. crash. It's like what happened in the Kobe Bryant crash. You get in the clouds, you can't tell up from down.
You hear it?
And
he just said the Kobe Bryant crash. Yeah, I got a little excited. But yeah, how crazy. He just brings that up out of nowhere, right? The Kobe Bryant crash. All right, let me get that ready for the recap. But yep, I thought that was interesting. Here, give me a second. Let me just bring it back up. So that was at the 1 hour, 54 minutes section. Then I got one more video clip for you. All right, we'll just leave that there. All right, one more. So, this is near the end, okay? This is 4 hours and 52 minutes into the live stream last night. And watch what happens here. After I've been talking about Kobe all night, right? So we just heard Fox News. That clip you just heard, that was Fox News. Now we have CNN. Watch what happened on CNN last night as I'm talking about Kobe.
Is one in an urban environment. We don't know the fate of everyone on board. We have more on this. Please stand by. I need your expertise here tonight. And ahead, President Trump responding tonight to the plane crash in Philadelphia. And it's frankly quite different than how he's responding to the collision in Washington, D.C. We'll discuss next.
Kobe didn't want to be one of the all-time greats. He wanted to be the best. He made
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Black Mamba was born.
Kobe, the making of a legend.
What the heck? Did that really just happen? I still can't believe it, guys. Out of nowhere, they just hit you with a Kobe Bryant commercial. My goodness. So that was at 4 hours and 52 minutes. Can you believe that? They go to commercial and they show a Kobe Bryant commercial.
Near misses.
Unreal, huh? That was at 4:52. So I'll let that run for a few more seconds so I can get a little bit closer. Can you believe all that? This is absolutely unbelievable. All right. But yeah, I think that's it for the numbers. If anybody would like to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I am not monetized by YouTube, which means I don't make 1 penny from YouTube for doing these videos. And thank you guys for helping me get by. Very much appreciated. But yeah, if y'all want to help me out, very much appreciated. A lot of work went into this. Like I said, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep last night. And I've been very busy. So thank you, everyone who does support. Very much appreciated. All right, you guys ready for the quick recap? I'll do it as quick as I can. Let's see. Let's see how long it takes. So I don't need to read everything here. So long story short, before the plane crash in Philadelphia, we were talking about the connection to Philadelphia with what just happened with the helicopter and the plane in Washington. And so this was a huge confirmation. Long story short, the Philadelphia Eagles picked up win number 666 to advance to the Super Bowl. They left the Washington Commanders on 666 wins. And then we have an American Eagle from Wichita, Kansas, kind of like Kansas City, right? I know Kansas City's in Missouri, but close enough, Kansas, right? That's the key. So you have an American Eagle from Wichita, Kansas, which told us this was connected to the Super Bowl, right? So the Philadelphia Eagles advanced to the Super Bowl, and they picked up win number 666, right? And they did it on the anniversary of Kobe's death, who's from Philadelphia, right? And Kobe died in a helicopter, which equals 666. And then, remember, the Eagles just played the team in Washington to leave them at 666 wins. And then we had a helicopter and a plane crash in Washington. And Kobe scored his career-high 81 points in game number 666 of his career. Sorry about that glare. There you go. Kobe scored his career-high game number 666. And what else happened on game day? Before the game was played, and I'm not kidding, the Philadelphia Eagles tweeted out a picture of a helicopter before the game was played on the anniversary of Kobe's death, who died in a helicopter, who's from Philadelphia, okay? So to have a helicopter crash just days after, you know, the Eagles picked up win 666 over Washington and the crash happened in Washington, and they both currently have 666 wins, it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Kobe with the career high in game 666, helicopter 666, and also Kobe had the 666 workout. Kobe's intense training regimen where he would work out for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, 6 months straight. And don't forget, both of these plane crashes are 666 months after the moon landing, where they said the Eagle has landed, right? The Eagle, like the Philadelphia Eagles, like the American Eagle plane, and the full name of NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration 666. So, some fun facts there. But yeah, the big point, obviously, helicopter 666. The Eagles posted the picture of the helicopter right before the helicopter crash, and they just happened to pick up win number 666, leaving Washington on 666 wins, and then we get the helicopter crash in Washington. Absolutely insane. And here's the confirmation. The helicopter collision was 159 days after Kobe's birthday, which is perfect because helicopter equals 159, plane and helicopter 159, figure skaters 159. And there were figure skaters on the plane. It was approaching runway 33, that plane. Kobe equals 33, masonry 33, the highest degree of masonry, the 33rd degree. The Eagles played the Commanders, and that was the first conference championship for the Washington team in 33 years. And the Blackhawk helicopter went down 33 days from the anniversary of the limited release of Black Hawk Down. And the word collide equals 33. And we're connecting it to the Super Bowl, which has Kobe's team, the Eagles, and Patrick Mahomes. This helicopter collision was 33 weeks before Mahomes' birthday. Runway 33, like Kobe 33. Don't forget, Kobe wore the number 33 in high school. And a total of 67 people were killed between the helicopter and the plane. Kobe equals 67. Kansas City equals 67. Water equals 67. Super Bowl 59 equals 67. The pilot of the airplane, Sam Lilly, 135 and 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant, 135, 54. The other pilot of the airplane, Jonathan Campos, has the 75 like Kobe, like Army helicopter, like plane and helicopter, on a day with 75 date numerology. Now here's the big one. This is the name of the helicopter pilot. Remember, Kobe died in a helicopter, right? So the helicopter pilot is Andrew Eves. Andrew Eves equals 1831. The helicopter crash was 1,831 days after Kobe died in a helicopter. Wow. And his last name, Eves, like Eve, who was tempted by the serpent, the snake. And this happened on the first day of the snake year. It happened on the 29th day of the year. And it crashed into the Potomac. When Potomac's 29, the snake 29, football 29. The Super Bowl is on 2/9. Mahomes equals 29. And Mahomes is 29 years old. Kobe, the Black Mamba, right? So what a perfect day for a Kobe ritual on the first day of the snake year. And then we have more 29s. Remember the inauguration where Trump had the sword and he was cutting a cake with a plane on it? And then Melania has a dress with a black mamba, a black snake, kind of looks like it, right? Anyways, they're giving you the heads up. Look out for the first day of the snake year for a plane incident, right? But notice sword is 29, Trump 29, happened on the 29th day of the year. The snake 29, Potomac 29. Trump, the guy with the snake poem, right? You knew damn well it was a snake before you took me in. Now, speaking of snakes and planes, this happened, the plane crash happened on the first day of the snake year. It happened 201 days before the movie anniversary of Snakes on a Plane. Runway 33 equals 201. That old serpent 201, which is mentioned in Revelation 12:9. Like 129. Like the date it happened. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil. Right? We just left the year of the dragon. Now we're in the year of the serpent. But anyways, that collision was on 129, like Revelation 12:9. That talks about that old serpent, 201. And then we had Event 201, the Guidestones down 201 days from the Pope's birthday, the full name of the Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, lives in Suite 201 at the Doma Sancti Marte, 201. And Catholic Pope is also 201. Ignatius of Loyola, 201, the founder of the Jesuit order. And they had Preparing for Disease X, 201 days from Obama's birthday. The Son of Perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. And it was also, Preparing for Disease X was 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic, as I showed you. Then the helicopter had 3 people, which is fitting because it crashed 3 days after Kobe's death anniversary, which was in a helicopter. And the helicopter collision was 60 months after Kobe died, who scored 60 in his last NBA game, and the airplane had 60 passengers, and it crashed into a H-60 helicopter, and the word collide is 60, and there were figure skaters on the plane, which equals 60. And the helicopter and plane crash, that happened 173 days after Trump's plane had mechanical issues. 173 days later, like plane crash is 173. And the plane that crashed was an American Eagle, right? Like the Eagles. And the Eagles' record right now is 17-3, right? So the crash on the 29th and the crash on the 31st, obviously the Eagles haven't played a game this week, so yeah, their record going into the Super Bowl with their 666 wins all time, their record this year is 17-3. Like plane crash, how perfect, right? And yeah, the first plane crash on the 29th, that was 173 days after Trump's plane had mechanical issues. So interesting, right? Well, guess what? That plane crash on the 29th, that was the day leaving 336 days left in the year. Philadelphia Eagles is 336. And Eagles is a perfect match to crash in 3 ciphers. Now for the new information. As the Eagles, the Philadelphia team, are on 666 wins, they said 6 people on the plane were killed, 6 people on the ground were sent to the hospital. The plane crashed at 6:06 p.m., and there were 6 houses on fire and 6 cars on fire. And let me go ahead and play that clip for you one more time. Let's see, that was the one, 3 hours, 18 minutes. Here you go.
6 homes were on fire around 6:30, and they were these row homes. I don't know how many people were in those homes, but I'm told by fire officials they were. It was one of the local stations.
Let me just go back.
It sounded like, some massive explosion, and he came out. They thought.
You're going to hear her say 6 homes were on fire around 6:30, which is like, 3 6s. And then she's going to say 6 cars, and then she's going to say 6 people were sent to the hospital. And there were 6 people on the plane, and it crashed at 6:06.
In terms of weather, it's kind of raining out there right now, so they were able to put out those fires. At least 6 homes were on fire.
6 homes.
Around 6:30, and they were these row homes. I don't know how many people were in those homes, but I'm told by fire officials they were able to get those people out and get them to safety. Also, 6 cars were lit
6
on fire.
cars.
And some of the images,
You hear that?
Pull them up too, but the entire car was burned out. And it's just
You hear that, guys? These people are so bold. I told you when I first started this video 3 hours ago, this was all connected to the number 666. They're saying 6 houses on fire, 6 cars on fire, and 6 people on the plane. You gotta be kidding me. Keep listening.
Details on who was injured. Fox Digital is now telling us 6 patients taken to Temple University Hospital.
Wait.
On their campus there, 3 treated in.
You hear that? 6 people were taken to the hospital? What? Yep. So I wish I was making all that up, guys, but this is like one of the most obvious rituals ever. As the Philadelphia Eagles are about to play in the Super Bowl with 666 wins, you're telling me 6 people on the airplane were killed, 6 people on the ground were hospitalized, the crash happened at 6:06, and then there were 6 houses on fire and 6 cars on fire? Absolutely unbelievable. So when the Eagles picked up win number 666 on the anniversary of Kobe's death, right, they advanced to the Super Bowl by scoring 55 points, which is rare, right? You don't normally see the 55 points. But of course they scored the 55 when they picked up win number 666. That's because Satan equals 55. And my point, the plane that just crashed in Philadelphia was a Learjet 55. Right after the Eagles scored the 55. And Satan equals 55. And the music group, the Eagles, they have a song called Old 55. Thanks, Cozy. And the plane crash in Philadelphia, in Kobe's hometown, just happened to be 5 years and 5 days after Kobe Bryant died. And then we have an eyewitness, Vadim Osipov. He's got the 55. After stopping in Missouri, where the Chiefs are from, the plane was headed to Tijuana, Mexico, which equals 55, and they set up a shelter in the 5500 block of Langdon Street, which equals 55. Look at that. The eyewitness, the final destination, and the shelter, they're all 55. To go with Learjet, 55 after the Eagles scored 55, 5 years and 5 days after Kobe died, we get this crash in Philadelphia. Wow. How long was the plane in the air? The plane was in the air for 41 seconds. Can you believe that? Kobe Bryant equals 41. Kobe died at the age of 41. The crash happened near the Roosevelt Mall. Roosevelt equals 41. We're connecting it to the Super Bowl, which equals 41. There were 6 people on the plane. 6 people equals 41. And when Kobe scored his career high 81 points in game 666, the rest of the team scored 41. And Kobe's last game, when he scored 60, the rest of the team scored 41. And Kobe's last shot was over a player wearing the number 41 jersey. And when Kobe came off the court for the last time, there were 4.1 seconds left on the clock. And in the film The Black Mamba, Kobe starred with Kanye West. During the film, Kobe threw a basketball time bomb at Kanye West's helicopter. The last you see of the basketball time bomb, the count time, is 4.1. And by the way, Kobe died in a helicopter. And let me just prove to you that it was 41 seconds. Let's listen.
Areas, and it seems that this plane came down in that urban area very quickly after taking off.
And how long did you say that it was in the air for? The CNN's weather unit is reporting there was light rain just starting to pick back up after or around the time of the crash this evening. I mean, I don't know, we don't know if weather was in any way a factor, but how long was it in the air for?
The weather could potentially factor only because of the fact that the clouds are low, there's light rain and mist that poses a whole nother set of challenges for pilots when it comes to staying oriented and keeping the airplane upright relative to the horizon. I'm just going to look back at the data here, the open source data from ADS-B Exchange. It says that this flight took off at about 6:06 and 21 seconds local time. That's the first return signature from the transponder on the plane, and then the last signature that shows the 11,000 foot descent is at 6:07:02. So if we're going to subtract that, we're talking about 41 seconds in the air. This seems like this plane.
Did he just say 41 seconds in the air? He sure did. Guys, Kobe Bryant equals 41. Kobe died at the age of 41. There you go. So you heard it. 41 seconds, like it says right here. The jet was only in the air for 41 seconds. I mean, wow. If this ain't a Kobe ritual, I don't know what is. So we're connecting this to the Super Bowl, right? And the crash happened near the Roosevelt Mall. Look at that. Roosevelt is a perfect match to Super Bowl in every cipher, including the 41 that we just talked about, and the 131, which is the date of the crash on 131. They said the jet crashed in a high traffic area. See how they highlight high traffic? That's because it equals Kobe Bryant. See how they said major incident? That's because major incident equals Kobe Bean Bryant in multiple ciphers. Major incident 135.81, Kobe Bean Bryant 135.81. Remember, Kobe scored his career high 81 in game 666, right? Mark of the Beast equals 81 in this same cipher as Kobe Bean Bryant. So yeah, major incident equals Kobe Bean Bryant, right? Check this out. Air, ambulance, jet equals Kobe Bean Bryant. Yeah, air, ambulance, jet 135.54, Kobe Bean Bryant 135.54. Fly, Eagles fly 135 and 54.
Fly, Eagles fly. On fly, Eagles fly. On the road, fly, Eagles fly.
And there's Kobe saying, fly, Eagles fly. There you go. Now, this happened near the Roosevelt Mall, right, which is named after Theodore Roosevelt. This happened 13 weeks and 5 days after Roosevelt's birthday for your 135. So perfect, because Kobe Bean Bryant, air, ambulance, jet Major incident in Fly Eagles Fly. They're all 135, like 13 weeks and 5 days after Roosevelt's birthday. It was 270 days before Roosevelt's birthday. Air, ambulance, jet equals 270 in reverse. How perfect. Not including the end date, this happened at the Roosevelt Mall 96 days after Roosevelt's birthday. Look at his name, Theodore Roosevelt Jr., 96. But if you include the end date, then it happened 97 days after Roosevelt's birthday. Plane crash equals 97. Roosevelt, the 26th president, like Medevac, 26, like Learjet, 26, like Bryant is 26. The little girl was ultimately headed for Mexico. Mexico, 33, like Masonry, 33, Kobe, 33. The helicopter and the plane, that collision as the plane was approaching runway 33, right? And then a very interesting Super Bowl connection to the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro. The Super Bowl will be 131 days before Shapiro's birthday. Super Bowl 131, Roosevelt 131. The Super Bowl will be 234 days after Shapiro's birthday. Patrick LaVon Mahomes II, 234. The Super Bowl will be 33 weeks and 3 days after Shapiro's birthday. Patrick LaVon Mahomes II is also 333. And then he's the governor of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania equals Kansas City Chiefs in 2 ciphers. And what if I told you Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, was born in Kansas City, Missouri? And remember, the plane, before it headed to Mexico, it was going to make a stop in Missouri. Pretty crazy. I mean, think about it. The last 2 plane crashes, right? The one plane crash was an American Eagle from Wichita, Kansas. And now we have a crash in Philadelphia that was headed to Missouri, home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Pretty wild, huh? So how does this connect to the mayor of Philadelphia? So the mayor of Philadelphia, Cheryl Parker, her birthday September 9th. This happened 222 days before the mayor's birthday. And the little girl was staying at Shriners Hospital, which equals 222. And we know the Shriners have a big connection to Freemasonry, right? The Freemason motto, order out of chaos, 222. And remember, 222 is the big number with COVID and coronavirus. And Kobe Bryant's crash kicked off COVID. Remember? Kobe died the first week of the first U.S. case, right? And then Kobe was buried in Corona del Mar, died in a helicopter, which equals 666, like vaccination, 666. Declared a pandemic 666 days after the Cladex pandemic simulation, right? So anyways, it was 222 days before the mayor's birthday, right? Like Shriners Hospital. Well, all the people on the plane were allegedly from Mexico. The president of Mexico, Sheinbaum, her birthday, June 24th. That means the crash happened 222 days after the president of Mexico's birthday. Wow. Like Shriners Hospital, like order out of chaos, right? And we just had flight 5342 crash. That was the helicopter collision with the plane. The plane was 5342, which equals 222. And Andy Reid won his first Super Bowl the same day that he picked up win number 222 in his career. And guys, this was the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID. It happened just days after Kobe Bryant died. Look. February 2nd, 2020. Just days after Kobe died, Andy Reid picked up win number 222 in his first Super Bowl, right? On 2/2/2020. So the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID, right? Just happens to pick up win number 222, right? Well, what happened just 1 month after that Super Bowl? COVID was a pandemic. 222 months and 0 days after 9/11. And they called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equals 222. And the first U.S. case was 222 days from Trump's birthday. We had Obama test positive 222 days from his birthday. And then, like I said, the first U.S. case, Trump calls himself the father of the vaccine, right? The first U.S. case of COVID was January 21st, 2020, just 5 days before Kobe died. And And look, the first U.S. case was 222 days after Trump's birthday. And then Trump just rolled out the Stargate project, which is connected to AI vaccines, on the anniversary of the first U.S. case of COVID, 222 days after Trump's birthday, and Trump equals 222, and Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday, and Trump Organization is 222. Trump's sister died 222 days from her birthday. Ivana Trump died 222 days from her birthday. So there's no way it's all a coincidence, right? And just in case you think it's a coincidence, when Andy Reid picked up win number 222 in his first Super Bowl victory, he did it on February 2nd, which equals 222. And look at the date, 2/2/2020. When you write out February 2nd, 2020, it equals 2220. And J-Lo did halftime of that Super Bowl, J-Lo 222, and the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl 222 weeks after the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. Royals like a crown, like Corona means crown. Then, the one Super Bowl that Mahomes lost, he just happened to lose it 222 days before his birthday. That was the Buccaneers Super Bowl, which equals 222. It was in their home stadium, remember? And that was the game where Brady threw for 201 yards in the time of COVID, right? And then the Bucs went to the White House on the 201st day of the year. Also, that was the same year. Remember, the two big numbers with COVID are the 222 and the 201, right? So what are the odds that Brady would throw for 201 yards, go to the White House on the 201st day of the year, the same year that he picked up win number 222 as a member of the Skull and Bones Buccaneers, which used to be my favorite team up until 2019. Thank you, God, for waking me up. But yeah, that same year where Mahomes lost in the Super Bowl to Brady 222 days before his birthday, that was the year that Brady picked up win number 222. Most wins by a player, 222. And Tom Brady came out of retirement 222 days from his birthday. And then Patrick Mahomes holds the record for the most touchdown passes under the age of 29. The record is 222 touchdowns. And he picked up touchdown number 222 the day that he got win number 76, which is interesting because Barack Obama equals 76. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. And speaking of the Chiefs and Obama and the number 222, the Super Bowl last year, the guy who caught the game winner, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., he caught the game winner for the Chiefs, and his birthday is 222 days from Obama's birthday. And then Beast is 222, the Beast of Revelation, Antichrist system, as above, so below, order out of chaos are all 222. And then don't forget the other part with Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. Remember, the Super Bowl last year was the first Super Bowl after Obama's movie Leave the World Behind, right? Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. equals 192. Leave the World Behind equals 192. When he caught the game winner, he said he blacked out. You can look that up. Obama's movie is about a blackout. So Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. is 192. Leave the World Behind, 192. Leave the World Behind ends in the Commodus bunker. Commodus died in the year 192. So the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 58. When you write that out with the Roman numerals, Super Bowl 58 equals 192. The halftime show was Usher, Raymond IV, which equals 192. That Super Bowl was 192 days from Obama's birthday, and Obama equals 192. And Great Tribulation equals 192. And they just had the inauguration of Trump 192 months after Obama's inauguration. And again, there are rumors that Obama's dating Jennifer Aniston from Friends, Obama's movie, had the theme of Friends. Fun fact, Jennifer Aniston was born 192 days from Obama's birthday, which is the gematria of Leave the World Behind, 192. So, anyways. Now, since we're talking about Kobe and the number 222, I wanted to remind you of this sick ritual with Francis Ngannou, the UFC fighter. His little 15-month-old son, Kobe, died. Francis Ngannou confirms death of infant son, Kobe. Little Kobe, who was named after Kobe Bryant, little Kobe died April 27th, 2024, exactly 222 weeks and 0 days after Kobe Bryant died. And look at the gematria of the dad's name, Francis Ngannou, 222. So this should prove to you that the 222 is definitely connected to Kobe. And again, the little girl was at Shriners Hospital 222. This happened 222 days before the Philly mayor's birthday, 222 days after the president of Mexico's birthday. Everyone on the plane from Mexico. Absolutely undeniable what I just showed you. Now let me see. What other videos do I need to play again? This was the 41 seconds. We heard that for a second time. Which one is this? Oh, we heard that again, right? The 6 houses and the 6 cars and the crash at 6:06 and the 6 people on the plane and 6 people sent to the hospital and the Eagles are on 666 wins. We heard that one for a second time. I think the only other 2 I need to play again are when Sean Hannity, the guy who was talking to, brought up Kobe Bryant, and then the CNN clip where they go to commercial and the first thing they show is Kobe Bryant. Unreal. Let me go ahead and play this for you. This is Fox News here.
Guests said that they'll be looking for pieces that might have come off the airplane, and I wonder about that, but it might be something as simple as, I don't know whether this was, whether this jet was equipped with a glass cockpit or whether it had, the analog instruments, the ones we call steam gauges, which are more older and more traditional. But it could be something as simple as losing instrumentation and losing maybe lighting on the control panel, because if you can't read your instruments, and he was in the clouds, if you can't read your instruments, it's just like what happened in the JFK Jr. crash. It's like what happened in the Kobe Bryant crash. You get in the clouds, you can't.
He said it's like what happened in the Kobe Bryant crash. Wow. What are the odds? And, this is 2 hours into the live stream. I'm telling you, the whole thing's about Kobe Bryant, and then he just brings up the Kobe Bryant crash, right? And then here is CNN.
Let's move the bar. Let's eliminate near misses. So this has been the goal and the aspirational goal. And so I think, but to the guest's point, is doing a better job of communicating that. We talk internally a lot about the work, the progress, and the success we've had in driving down the number of fatal accidents and also getting better at near misses. So we'll get.
I certainly hope less than 72 hours, 2 crashes, one in an urban environment. We don't know the fate of everyone on board. We have more on this. Please stand by. I need your expertise here tonight. In the head, President Trump responding tonight to the plane crash in Philadelphia, and it's frankly quite different than how he's responding to the collision in Washington, D.C. We'll discuss next.
Kobe didn't want to be one of the all-time greats. He wanted to be the best. He made.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Kobe, the making of a legend.
What the heck? Did that really just happen? What are the odds they would play a Kobe commercial? So you got Fox News bringing up Kobe. They got a Kobe commercial. And it's crazy. All right, guys. That's it for the recap. Again, if anybody wants to support the channel, very much appreciated. And if you can't support financially, I understand. A lot of people are struggling, including me. But if you can't help financially, I do understand. But if you could please do me a big favor today. And I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes after I check in with the chat. But do me a big favor, guys. When I get done with this live stream, please leave a comment on this video after the fact. Okay? Leaving a comment on the video after the fact really helps out the algorithm, gets way more views, and that whole thing. And that's what it's all about, getting this out to more people. So, anyways, guys, if you could all hit the like button, the share button, and leave a comment on this video after the fact, that would be awesome. All right, let me turn this thing around. Howdy. All right, let me check in with the chat. How you guys doing? Wow, I'm way behind. I've seen most of your comments in front of me on the TV, though. Hey, Brian. Hey, Craig. Hey, Dr. Savage. Good to see you. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Christy. Hey, Real Assistant. Hey, Mike. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Silver. Hey, Debbie. Does anybody have anything that I missed? Let me know. Hey, Robin. How you doing? Thank you, David. I appreciate it. We got 2 Davids. Much love to both Davids. Here, let me make sure there's no new information coming out right now. But yeah, if there is any new information that comes out, you know, we'll cover it in the next one. But I think this was a good good start here. I'm just on the Wikipedia seeing if there's anything new. Any new updates? No, nothing new. Okay. Yeah, I hopped on the live. I was waiting for them to do their press conference this morning, which they did. I wanted to see if there was anything new, and here we are. Hey, Praiseworthy, good to see you. Yeah, I saw that. There's a movie called Flight Risk. That I guess that came out just a few days before the crash. Here, let me see. Oh, directed by Mel Gibson. Yeah, don't forget Mel Gibson's part of the club. Mel Gibson, for the record, Mel Gibson is a perfect match to Freemason. And there's plenty of photos of him doing the one-eye symbolism, the hidden hand, and all that. Now, you remember the movie Conspiracy Theory with Julia Roberts, where Mel Gibson played a conspiracy theorist? Well, in that movie, he plays Jerry Fletcher. Jerry Fletcher equals Jesuit Order in 2 ciphers. Jerry Fletcher equals the Illuminati. And Julia Roberts plays Alice Sutton. Alice Sutton equals, like, Freemasonry, I believe. Let's see what it is. And in that movie, you know, they talk about a New World Order as they're showing the towers, and they show a 322 on a door in that movie. You got to see the movie Conspiracy Theory if you haven't. But yeah, Mel Gibson, Controlled Opposition. Yeah, so Julia Roberts plays Alice Sutton. Alice Sutton equals Freemasonry in 2 ciphers. Jerry Fletcher equals the Illuminati and Jesuit Order. And Mel Gibson is a perfect match to Freemason. But anyways, I'm seeing this movie called Flight Risk. It just came out, January 24th. Wow. And directed by Mel Gibson, starring Mark Wahlberg. So let me show you that real quick. So that's interesting. Yeah, Mel Gibson, yeah, Controlled Opposition, just like Trump, like Elon Musk, like Joe Rogan, like Alex Jones, like Sean Hannity, like Tucker Carlson. It's what you call Controlled Opposition. But here you go. Flight Risk came out January 24th, 2025. Flight Risk. Yeah, let me look something up here. But yeah, very interesting. A movie called Flight Risk came out on January 24th, which was just 5 days before the plane and the helicopter crashed. I'm just reading the plot, seeing if anything stands out. Here, just for fun, let me pull up the Mel Gibson stuff for you. Hold on. But yeah, if you have any questions about Mel Gibson, go watch the movie Conspiracy Theory and watch how he mocks people. All right, let me type in Mel Gibson, see what comes up here. Yeah, Sound of Freedom, it's all, psyop stuff. They're not doing anything. Jim Caviezel is the same as Mel Gibson. All right, let's see what I got here. All right, here's the movie from '97 called Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Remember Julia Roberts, the star of Obama's movie, Leave the World Behind, right? So, check it out. He plays Jerry Fletcher. Look, Jerry Fletcher is 153.72, like Jesuit order, 153.72. Jerry Fletcher, 153.198. Let me see, there it is. Jerry Fletcher equals the Illuminati. So his character name equals the Illuminati and Jesuit order. A movie about conspiracy theories. Okay. And she plays Alice Sutton. See, Alice Sutton, look. Alice Sutton equals Freemasonry. So you got the Freemasons, the Jesuits, the Illuminati. Who are we forgetting? Oh, there it is, Skull and Bones on the door. 322 on the door. So everybody's represented. And again, Mel Gibson, perfect match to Freemason. There he is with the one eye. There he is with the hidden hand. There he is with the 666. And there's his production company, Icon, with the one eye. So yeah, you put all that together, and the fact that Mel Gibson's on Fox News every other night, I'm going to go ahead and say he's controlled opposition. Remember, guys, you don't make it on Fox News or CNN, for that matter, unless you're part of the club. You think they're going to let me up on Fox News? And remember, you don't become president unless you're part of the club. Okay? Isn't it interesting people think Donald Trump is going to take down the bad guys when he calls himself the father of the vaccine? So, you know what I mean. Yeah, you don't get up there on Fox News like Mel Gibson unless you're controlled. It's just a fact. And they're not going to let you become president unless you're controlled. And they do a good job of making it look like, oh, they're all against trying to stop them and they're trying to take them out. It's all staged. I prove it every single day. Butler and all the indictments and everything that happens with Trump, it's all staged by the numbers. So, anyways, I do want to keep this under 2 hours. Hopefully more people will watch it. And does anybody have anything that I missed? Let me know. And thank you guys for all the nice comments today. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I believe that is what I have for you. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Wow, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. So I'm hoping it's kind of a slow news day. And watch, I'll get off of here. It'll be some, more breaking news. I hope not. I need a little mental break. I'm exhausted. But anyways, guys, had to go live today with the new information. Put it all in the slideshow, all nice for you. So hopefully you guys will do me a favor and hit the like and the share today. Share this everywhere you can. Very much appreciated. I think that's a lot of stuff to be a coincidence, don't you think? It's really undeniable. So thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor on the way out. Please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, Keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I will see you guys on the next video. God bless.